Hey everybody, I'm Nathan. Every week I do comic book reviews because that's the rule around my house. If I want to keep buying them, then I gotta review them. This is going to be the review of Uncanny X-Force number 13. This is the last that we have currently seen of the Age of Apocalypse situation. And this is Chapter 3 of the Dark Angel Saga. Now, I liked, the Wolverine of the Age of Apocalypse universe before. Pardon me. But now he looks even cooler than he ever did before with his crazy apocalypse getup. I totally did not see that at first, and I heard somebody say it, and I didn't even think about it until this specific panel here. And now I totally want an action figure of Wolverine with the apocalypse armor, missing his hand, and all that stuff, because I think that would be awesome. Other characters that I really liked from the Age of Apocalypse thing that I really was hoping would show up elsewhere. That one of them is this Iceman character here, who just picks up and leaves in 2 random panels, and you don't hear about him ever again. I barely remember him even being there before, and then for him to randomly leave in the middle of it is kind of interesting also. But basically, the Uncanny X-Force are fighting to get the life seed from the adjacent reality and bring it back to their own, and they have to fight through the Age of Apocalypse's Wolverine character, who has become Apocalypse, and he takes them out seemingly on his own, of course. Then that's another use of misdirection from Phantom X, which is used quite a bit, but then in later issues, like 2 issues now from this, or 1 issue from here, these issues have been coming out like every week for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe even every 2 weeks, but it's been fantastic. If any book I would wish would come out every 2 weeks, it'd definitely be this one, because it's great. Even with the changes in art and all of that, I still enjoy it quite a bit, because it's a really great X-Men book. What else can we say about this? I forget where I was at. Oh, they're stealing the life seed. They're going back. They have to fight through Wolverine's henchmen or whatever, Wolverine's henchmen, to get back to their reality. And of course, as soon as they step through the gate and end up back there, who's there to meet him but Warren Worthington and all of his horsemen, and Dark Beast, who apparently woke him up and got him all ready for all this stuff. So this was a very fitting end to the Age of Apocalypse era, where they went over and met everybody and got what they needed and came back. I didn't want it to end because it was so interesting what Remender was doing with those characters. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And then I was totally expecting more than who came back to actually come back. So maybe we'll see some of the Age of Apocalypse characters like give up on their own reality and come to another one now that they know that it exists and they can get away. But we'll see in the future. Regardless, this was definitely a 5 out of 5. Even with the art not being the best that I've ever seen out of this series, take this panel for instance, it is still so good in other situations, like that panel that I described here. It's just really great. And the story's really great, so it's hard to beat. I think the story may have elevated the art a little bit in this instance, which doesn't always happen, but there you go. Uncanny X-Force number 13, 5 out of 5 for sure. If you're not reading this series, you probably should if you like the X-Men. If you don't like the X-Men, then you could probably skip it, because it's probably very X-Men-centric. But I still think it's really great, so I'm probably biased, is what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks for listening. I appreciate you watching the reviews and giving comments and feedback. But regardless, we'll talk to you next time.